Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss Stranahan's new cold brew cut from Stranahan's Distillers Experimental Series. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl, Lenny Eckstein, and Sean Bequette.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
So this sounds fun. So what Stranahan's done is they've taken some of their whiskey, part of their experimental line, and rather than cutting it down to proof, they cut it with cold brew coffee. And apparently they selected somebody who is known for this, a woman-owned company. Sounds neat, but we'll talk about that after the break. For right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, when you guys have like a lazy weekend, if you get those, or it's movie night, okay, and you're trying to find something on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever it is you have, are you a read the description person or a watch the trailer person? Because I'm convinced there are two types of people and they marry each other to annoy the shit out of each other forever.
Okay. For the most part, when it comes to Netflix, to be honest, neither of those. It's typically I've heard about something, then I'll watch it. But if I was going to be one, I would read a description and make the selection based on that. I would never watch a trailer or preview or anything like that. No, I'm too busy for that. Because then I feel like I've invested too much time, even just watching a trailer. I can't do it. No, I am. So no. And sometimes if I don't know it and I've just read the description, I will stop within the first couple minutes, and it may get good or something. I'm like, I can't invest, an hour and a half, and then this thing turns out to be as shitty as this thing started. So I'll cut bait and just be like, that's okay. Yeah. What about you guys?
I read the descriptions. I also like to know who's in it.
Yeah, that matters.
Who would you be looking for? Johnny Depp's in it. Is this good or bad?
Good.
I'd probably watch it.
Okay. What about if you saw Lee Majors, this former $6 million man? Is that a good or bad? Throwing someone out there. Kate Upton. If Kate Upton's in there, that's a must-watch. It's a 5-star review. That's.
If Kate Upton's in it, obviously I'm watching.
Of course. We all.
Now, if Kate Upton and Lee Majors are in it together. I don't even know if he's alive anymore.
Oh, he's alive. He's bionic. He can't die. Yeah, he's a $6 million man. You think they're going to let a $6 million guy die? That's government money. They're not going to piss away that. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, they're keeping him going.
Especially with inflation.
Oh yeah, God knows what he's worth these days. So yeah.
Billions.
Oh man, I was into that show when I was a kid.
Oh, he is still alive. You're right.
Oh,
he's 84.
Alive. Yeah. Oh hell
Older
yeah.
than Biden.
Older than Biden. I'll tell you what though, that show back in the day was incredible. He had that eye that, and he could run super fast.
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Yeah,
and
you know it was
going
to kick in based
the
on the
Bionic Woman. The Bionic Woman came on after.
Had the Bionic Woman, she was good too. And then the best though was when Andre the Giant was on there when he had to fight Bigfoot. My God, that blew my mind. I mean, this was, and of course, back in those days, for those of us that are old enough, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, I'll record that and watch all that bullshit. You had to clear your schedule, and you had to be there. And if you fucked up the night, you just missed that show. You might be able to catch the rerun that summer, but then that was going to be it. If you missed it on that rerun in the summer, you were done. And you had to look in the TV guide and line all this out. Yeah. And then, by the way, if your dad decided there's something he wanted to watch, you're fucked. You got no backup because he's going to watch that goddamn TV. So that's how it worked back in the day. Yeah. Well,
you didn't have three TVs at your house?
Nah, we couldn't afford it, Sean. We were just humble people. Well, on a policeman's salary. That's all we could do.
The one big console TV.
We had the big console TV. Yeah. So we had that.
The ones that looked like they were literal furniture. The big ones.
Yes. Eventually, we did get 2 TVs, and I got to keep my parents gave me the old one. It was a black and white. I mean, when I grew up, we had a black and white TV, and then when my parents got to the point where they could afford the color TV, then they gave me the black and white TV, which I had in my bedroom, my kid bedroom. I had a console TV in my bedroom, black and white, and I got to dial in my own. I could watch $6 Million Man whenever I wanted. Charlie's Angels, hell yeah, man. Shit, yeah.
I loved Charlie's Angels.
I did that too.
Wonder Woman? Oh, please. I didn't.
Black and white, no problem.
Yeah, black and white. It didn't matter. Yeah, no. No, it was good stuff. So, there you go. Who else needs to weigh in on this one?
Well, I'll weigh in on that one. I don't feel like I do either. So here's my take, and it kind of. So Amy always says to me, like, I'll pick out restaurants, and when she does, I'm never impressed, and she knows it, so she stopped picking them out. Okay. And then when I pick out a restaurant and she is impressed, she says, "How did you know that was going to be good?" And I was like, "Well, look at their logo." And I look at the outside photos, and you can see the sign, and that's so it's like
the logo's good, the food's going to be good, of course.
Kinda. I mean, it's not a winner every time, but like, if they didn't try there, where else are they not trying? And the same thing applies to like Netflix or Amazon or whatever. Uh-huh. I'm kind of like, the name of the movie better be good, the image better be good, and that's kind of it, really. I'll start to give it a shot if it seems like that. I guess. Yeah, and maybe I care. Maybe I it depends whose faces,
What about you, Sean?
I'm generally just look at the picture and say, hell, we'll run with that.
Yeah.
Maybe read.
Oh, I hated it when they, for Netflix, and they may still have it that way. If you just hovered over something and started playing the trailer, I had to turn that function off.
So obnoxious. I hate that.
So obnoxious. Yeah. Hated it. Yeah. McNew, how about you? Well, you read the trailers or reviews?
I'm a caption girl because it takes me 2 seconds to read it and I know whether it's interesting or not. Chris is a trailer guy and we will spend, it'll be 40 damn minutes in and we've watched 10 trailers and he's like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, I literally stopped paying attention when you skipped over the caption. Like, I would just pick something by that point. I hate the trailers. Because it's investing too much time. I don't want to spend 2 minutes on something I might not like. I want to read the description and make a decision.
Yeah, I agree.
Movie nights here are a struggle to get into.
Yeah. I feel like McNew just used this so she can go back and have a fight with her husband and be like, everyone else says.
They said I was right.
Read the notes. Read the notes. Well, so there you go. There you go, Chris. Good luck with that. All right, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with our sitting champion, Mr. Lenny. Lenny, what do you got?
I'm going to revisit the James B. Beam Claremont Steep.
Okay.
So I don't sit.
Okay, good. It's good. I've got Boxing Bear from our friend Demetrius Kane. I just picked this up tonight. Look at that. Autographed by the man himself. Autographed. They're still open, though, folks. Oh, jeez. That was legit terrible. I didn't even hear that myself. So,
Marie Hatch.
Yeah,
was the one that corked these.
I'll be returning this tomorrow at the shop. I'll be first in line as soon as that place opens up. I will be asking for my money back. So there you go. All right, McNew, what do you got?
I have Buzzard's Roost Toasted American Oak.
Okay, Basie. Not enough to knock Lenny off. Sean, what do you got?
Since I recently found out for my symbol I should be drinking Deer Hammer, I have a Deer Hammer gin, Dutch style.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. All right. Second place. That's all.
Let's say that was first.
No, I didn't. didn't knock you off. So, all right, Kathy, you're last but not least. You versus Lenny, the classic showdown.
I know, right? I'm pulling out my Wollersheim.
Okay. Slide on the side. Oh, that's a winner. That is a
What
winner.
did you say?
My ears are ringing. I don't
Can't
know.
hear you.
I don't know. So, yeah, there it is. There it is. So, congrats to Kathy. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the Stranahan's whiskey that has been cut with cold brew coffee. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnat to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at neelyfamilydistillery.com.
This is Danny Kennard, which is turning into Freddie Mills. Y'all have a good fucking day because this is the Bourbon Daily. Thank you.
Welcome back to Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Stranahan's experimental cold brew cut bourbon.
Yes, we are. So,
Do they even call it a bourbon?
what's
It's
that?
a flavored liqueur.
Right. It's got to be flavored.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
flavored. It's flavored. But you know how that stuff is. Everybody.
Fanciful name.
Yeah, it's an American single malt anyway, so anything goes with those things, as we know, and they're working on that. But yes. So it is an American single malt. It is 6 years and 2 months old. Very specific on that. It's cut. That was the cut part of this. It's cut to 94 proof using cold brew coffee. The cold brew coffee comes from Copperdor Coffee, a female-owned coffee roaster. Are you familiar with them, Lenny? Have you ever heard of them?
I have not heard of them, but I do live 2 hours from Denver, so I miss some of the cooler stuff.
Okay. And it is $45 for a 375 milliliter bottle. So that's what we've got. I don't know. What do you guys think of this one? Something that's been cut with cold brew coffee.
I think it sounds like fun. I would definitely try
I
it.
want to try it. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I'm not saying it's going to be good. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm saying it's interesting to me to the point of I'd like to try it.
I think the single malt factor mixed with the coffee would make a really good breakfast bourbon.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. If Kathy, if you had a friend who was like, "Hey, I'm at a store in Denver. I'm getting ready to fly home. They've got one of these that's $45 for $3.75. Would you shell out the $45?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I would invest my money and give it a try. Yeah, so that's a good sign, right? That that you'd be willing to shell out the $45 and give it a whirl. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and it sounds like something I could put in my coffee cup at work.
right.
And it wouldn't be a problem. It's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy, I think you're hitting the nail hard on the head. And like I had an experience similar this morning. I was actually up in the distillery at 6 a.m. and I was tasting the Hearts Cut that I did yesterday, right after I took a sip of coffee. So coffee in my mouth, swallowed, sip of new make American single malt, and it was delicious without the coffee.
Really? Okay.
Like 6:15 a.m. by the time while I'm doing this, like, God, this is good. I love drinking
I
whiskey.
think doing it with the American single malt is the exact right choice.
Yeah, I think that's true. So I think they are on something, but like, here's something I wonder. I think being cut with cold brew coffee is
Cold brew. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna raise some eyebrows within the bourbon bro community because, like, so you're putting coffee in your whiskey. But what if it was? I mean, if they not saying they should, but had they positioned it differently and they had barrels that coffee was aged in or sat in, which I've done with cold brew, and they put their whiskey in that barrel. I think.
Yeah, but how did that work for you? How did that turn out?
Awesome.
No, you said it tasted like shit.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Let me qualify that. What tasted like shit, and I wouldn't encourage any distillers to do this, is oftentimes roasteries will take the coffee beans prior to roasting them when they're in their green state and put them in barrels to soak up some flavor, and then they'll roast them. And those green coffee beans give off this weird, like, green bell pepper note or red bell pepper note. It doesn't really matter. It's all about the same. And it fucks up the flavor of any whiskey you're putting in there.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you put actual coffee, like the coffee, not the green coffee beans, but the liquid coffee made.
Okay.
And then took that out of the barrel and then put the whiskey in. I think there's something there. You know,
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of both. I mean, I think
me too.
experimentation's good, and I don't know, maybe that's how you find out something. The Reese's peanut butter cup. They remember those old commercials. Accidentally gets together. It's probably all marketing, but that's how you do discover weird things. So, I mean, who would have thought initially peanut butter and chocolate go together so well? Or there's a lot of other good things, pretzels and mustard, or you name anything that you're like, how does that work? And then all of a sudden you try it, and it's like, man, that works perfectly together. So,
Like sandwiches.
yeah, boy, everybody loves
Sandwiches go good.
Yeah, people love sandwiches. Everyone
Bread
loves
and
sandwiches.
guts of sandwiches.
Yeah, just a simple sandwich, just a turkey sandwich. Nothing better. Right, gang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do
I like to take the easy way out. Not enjoy things that are actually good.
Yeah. Sean, what about you, man? What are your thoughts on this cold brew coffee?
Originally, I was like, this is just, I don't want to bother. But
Right.
But the more I thought about it and you guys were talking, I put whiskey in my coffee.
Right.
So what's really the difference there? And so I'd give it a try.
Give it a try. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more thing to throw out there that I like that I was thinking about, this kind of interesting to me. So I've been proofing down our Deer Hammer's Progeny 4, and it was at, I don't remember, like 108 proof, because we go in at a low barrel entry proof.
Yeah.
So I'm adding RO water to it slowly, and it only needed like 12 gallons of water. So in volume of spirit whiskey that came out of the barrel to that 12 gallons of water, there's really, the water, I mean, it's bringing the proof down, but it's not imparting much, and it's not taking away too much. It's not that much of an addition. When you think about coffee, like, bad coffee tastes like warm water. Doesn't really taste like anything. Good coffee, we all know the flavor notes of coffee. It's got that awesome, like, roastiness and earthy notes and some chocolatey notes. But really, the volume that you're adding to the massive flavor of the whiskey, in their case, the American single malt, it's so subtle. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's unquestionably a flavoring that you're adding. But I don't know, of all the flavorings, I feel like that's almost the least offensive, is like a diluted hint that kind of ups the ante of what water is otherwise, which is almost nothing.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, if they had called it coffee balls,
Coffee
Like,
balls.
Jesus.
The other flavored whiskeys have balls in
That's
the name.
the medical condition or the.
Well, you know, it's like screwball,
I got
cookie butter ball, all the
Oh,
butter
Snowball.
ball.
Oh, they got a new one out called Snowball. So, yeah. McNeil, what do you just hate coffee, so this is not going to do you
Yeah,
any
so
good.
well, I do like cold. I don't like hot drinks, so I don't like traditional.
Okay, this is cold brew, so
But I like cold brew, and I can tolerate iced coffee. But I was thinking, so espresso martinis are having a moment. I think this would be a great cocktail whiskey to do like a whiskey version of the espresso martini. I'm saying that word wrong. Somebody's going to call me out. Espresso. I think this would be a great cocktail situation. I think it's
Maybe a
interesting.
good old fashioned also.
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. I don't know. I like it. Keep experimenting, and yeah, we'll tell you if we like it or not. And yeah, I think that's a cool thing. For God's sakes, I mean, Sean's got whiskey before that was flavored with sheep dung, so this has to be better than that, Sean.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Oh, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Did you bring
Nice
that into
one.
the shop?
I think he has. Yeah.
yeah.
Did I
Okay.
try that?
You probably did. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Sounds familiar.
yeah. Floki.
Floki. Yeah. So there you go. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. And Sean, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
On Facebook at Sean Bequette or
All
at
right.
the Barrel Shop.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram at KKCaskStrength.
Lenny.
You can find myself and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNewABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out. Everything that we do is out there. We put all those previous shows or blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. We'd love to have you come by and see what we have going on because we allow you to try before you buy. How about that? You see something in the store, it interests you. We'll tell you about it. We'll also let you taste it. And if you like it, you can pick up a bottle. If you don't, we'll try to find something else that you like. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you are in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.